true crime. We can all agree that singers do have a rough time with their crazy fans, but this one takes it to a whole new level. Back in 1996, this man named Martinez was a huge fan of a singer named Bjork. But when Bjork decided to divorce her husband, Martinez got very angry for some reason. He decided to make a homemade bomb and send it to Bjork. When the package was sent, he shaved his head, painted himself red, grabbed a shotgun while listening to Bjork on repeat. Then he shot himself in the head, and the good part is that the cops found the recording before the bomb could be sent to Bjork. And the creepy part is that you can still find the recordings of this man on YouTube. I recommend you do not watch them. In these recordings, over a period of time, you can see his mental state deteriorating.
This man right here, his name is Alfred Packer, or known as Colorado Cannibal. He was born January 21st, 1842. But in the year of 1874, he went up into the San Juan Mountains in Colorado with 5 other men until a snowstorm hit them, and they were all trapped for the whole entire winter. The only survivor was Alfred. Now, Alfred changed his story several times, saying he got split from the group and he couldn't find them, or they all killed themselves. But he finally confessed of killing them all and cannibalizing their flesh to survive the winter. He was sentenced to life in prison and died April 23rd, 1907 at the age of 65. John Jobbert. I don't know if I'm saying his last name correctly, but he was also known as Nebraska Bringer of Death. He was born July 2nd, 1963. He killed 3 boys between 1982 to 1983, but he was not arrested until he was 20 years old in 1984. One of the boys he killed was an 11-year-old boy at a train track, which he made him strip naked and lay in front of the train track. But when the 11-year-old boy refused to lay down, John tackled the boy to the ground and started to fight him, until John had enough and grabbed a knife and slit the boy's throat so far and so deep the boy was almost decapitated. He was finally arrested and executed at the age of 33 in 1996. This was the last picture they took of him before he was sentenced to death, after the killing of 3 young boys.
You wouldn't imagine being 16 years old and already being convicted of mass murder. This boy right here, his name is David Boone. He was 16 years old when all of this happened. This all takes place in February 1988 in Rochester, Minnesota. Now, David was just having a regular day, listening to his music and stuff. Then his father and him started arguing about the music being too loud. David got so angry, he went out to the back, grabbed an axe, and chopped all of his family members up with it. Now, how he was arrested was his neighbors reported noise complaints of screaming and yelling next door. David ran out of the house and went to a nearby payphone, and only at the age of 16 he was sent to prison. Right now he is 49 years old. Joseph Callahan. He was born December 11th, 1935. He started his killing spree on July 7th, 1974. And stopped his killing spree on January 8th, 1975. He killed 3 people and tortured 4 women. He did all of this with his 12-year-old son. When he was finally arrested, he was put into a mental institution because he was a severe schizophrenic. Now, he did eventually murder his 12-year-old son. There were several reports of him beating and torturing his children. Now let's listen to the last interview he had in 1988.
Patient person, got a good listening ear, and try to help people.
You're patient with a good ear, and you try to help people.
Yes.
When you're not trying to murder them.
Yes.
After being on suicide watch for 11 years, he finally died of heart failure in 1996.